Rishita Wakiana. I wanted to go live today because in this presence of this moment, in the movement of my life, I felt it was important to step forward to share in the presence of deeper presence. I am MCEO AFSCC Ekar Om Arayas Cosmiana Melchizedek, and I am a speaker for Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is much more than what we've been told biblically and religiously. It is what is really in correspondence with the DNA and the eternal nature of what has been forgotten. The Ark of the Covenant, you could say, is a commitment to the restoration of that process. So, I feel there's deeper things to share about who I am later, but I just wanted to meet this space here, face to face, eye to eye, to anchor this in, because this is really important that I step forward in this way to communicate and to express myself through my own eternal heart field. And this is a space where many things are going to be examined and experienced. And my whole life has been really a reflection of stepping into that moment where I know my worth, where I know that my heart is whole. And this past year of my life has been a deep, 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 deep invitation to the distortions that have kept me from that. So in this moment, I'm processing and moving out of that old timeline of who I had to be to survive, who I had to be to recognize the wound within my own abandonment. And it started through understanding how attachment is what was distracting me from that wholeness. So that when my intentions were set to explore that, I went into the deepest and darkest places there were, because that's where the light had to be. So, as speaker one for the Ark of the Covenant, I am tasked. I am in operational configuration with the eternal mechanics of this time matrix to bring forward processes that correspond with the rehabilitation of our genetic structures, of our DNA strands, through our lineages. And this has been deeply hidden from us, and it's now being able to be spoken freely without collapse. There are those of us, others like me, who have come forward to do similar things, such as beautiful Speaker One Ashiana Dean of the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order, and beloved Michael Dean, who we lost in 2021. And there are many other individuals involved in this. And so coming forward as a speaker for the teachings of these lineages that have been processed and on some degree mutilated is such an important aspect of this moment, because to be able to do that with integrity is what witnessing the false self really did for me. And so moving through that false self last year was the deepest experiences that I would say brought me into this awareness that I am in now. So we are here, and we are anchoring, and we are trusting, and we are moving into the process of full disclosure on many things, and the information is being shared freely. The biggest, most important part about this process is understanding the mechanics of your anatomy through Kelantic science, which is the understanding of the morphogenetic field within our genetic blueprint. Okay, the morphogenetic field is in correspondence to the field of memory that holds our eternal nature, that holds the instruction sets for this, for the original angelic human. Ianuana rshita tuma randua satu ura randia. What I'm speaking is phonetic language of Kalantic science. It is speaking tones and configurations of frequencies that are supporting the biotemplate in this coherence of this remembrance, right? So as I'm moving deeper into this, I'm letting go of that um, logic between what is and what is not, and allowing um, the effortlessness of my soul to express freely. And so that's really how the DNA template reconfigures, right? Through presence, but also through applied techniques such as the 48-dimensional shield, the 48-dimensional Christ Adashi shield, which is in correspondence to what was released through the Freedom Teachings, called the Maharic Seal. The Maharic Seal was an amazing biotemplate, bioregenesis technique that is from the eternal records through the CDT plates, but deeper, even beyond that, outside of the Eka Veka 15th dimensional system. So this Maharic Seal, unfortunately, was interfacing with Phantom Earth. Okay, when you would connect certain pieces of this. Well, I went into the line of fire to understand this, to discover this, and it was revealed to me. And there was another shield that came forward, that was brought forward actually through Lisa Renee. God sent all of the speakers and all of the hosts that came forward. The eternal host is always hiding inside of the most unexpected spaces and places. What is the eternal host? The eternal host is the original scaffolding of this time matrix, okay, before it fragmented. And we know the fragmentation occurred through Aramitena, through specific wars, Orion Wars, the Electric Wars. These things have all been stepped down through density as implosion events, okay? Well, the failsafe, which is what the eternal host is here now, which redirects the reversal of phantom fallen architecture inside of this time matrix. This is unprecedented. So bringing this forward is such a gift, because this is what I found inside myself when I stopped looking outside. So the expression that comes forward is my own embodiment through my eternal nature. And understanding how it's so important to understand how to support the biotemplate and the DNA structures and your energetic field and your mental body and your biological systems. To understand this does not need to be difficult. And we often think that ascension is meant to be packaged into some form of gift or some form of huge uproar. True ascension is gritty and dirty and not comfortable. So in this space is where the discomfort becomes the miracle. It is in this contrast where the embodiment of the eternal host becomes very present, not through the words that I'm saying, but through the presence that is expressing itself through your witnessing, through your observation of the coherence within my words. Sharuma randia tukukukumanda rapututututu. So this is the beginning. And I trust that the word shared here is a beautiful introduction of what is going to be shared here and what is coming and what is already shared. Please see my posts. The posts are diving deeper. Please see where the Telegram subscription is available. Or it's not a subscription, but subscribe to Telegram, follow Telegram. That's where I'm sharing daily. And YouTube is going to be like this mirror gate, okay? This mirror gate for the eternal host to reach millions of people. And this is the next step for global recognition of the eternal host through density, without collapse, without distortion, without reversal. Every second of my day and my life I'm spent in deep devotion to the consistency of this. If you are interested, I do have pre-enrollment for mentorship opportunities starting in January. All of this is within the posts on the YouTube, on my YouTube page. Just go down and you'll see the links. I also create living works of Kalantic science architecture. If intrigued with that, your inquiry, the mechanics of the shielding is always available. Please see this, because this is what is allowing this coherence to step forward, to speak as a speaker, as the truth, as a eternal host of the Alhambra councils. And Alhambra is the councils that are supporting the reorientation of our eternal nature in this time matrix. Okay. So all of these things are written and explained. And to step forward now to share this takes great courage. And I'm proud of myself. And I'm grateful for every moment that I'm stepping into this movement of presence, of self, of actualization. I am a direct descendant and an echo of Jeshua Sananda Melchizedek. This line is birthing through the eternal host. This is here in density. This is true, and this is holding coherence in the presence of what cannot be faked. It cannot be mimicked. It cannot be ignored. You know, this is the distortion witnessing the remembrance of its eternal nature. You see the language here, I used to call it Big Bang language, creation and destruction, opening the confines of the radial membranes of speaking, which is the coherent layers and levels of our eternal nature experiencing itself through perception, through scalar wave entrainment. Okay, everything you speak, you are bringing coherence to, you are creating. So what this process is really about, witnessing what I'm sharing and what is here through what is being offered through your own inquiry, through your own intention, through your own seeking, is what has already only been inside of you. So these shields are that, the 48-dimensional shield, the Maharic Seal. This is so important to understand, because without assisting the genetic blueprint, we can have as many good intentions as we want, but the grids that we live in, the morphogenetic field, does not hold enough eternal nature as of now to support natural rehabilitation through our genetic lineages. So these shields act as a buffer field that allows you to inquire deeper, to support deeper. And this is what's been walked through fire, trust me, through pain and suffering, to be remembered. And it's such a gift to share in this now moment. There's many more videos coming. I send all my love as we move through these deeper gateways of the eternal host remembering itself in density. This is MCEO AFSCC Ekar Om Aureus Cosmiana Melchizedek, sending all my love. Ta Asia, Te Due. I don't know how to stop it.